thought it was time for another update. It's been a little while. I wanted to start with the pregnancy announcement. If you don't know, we've had 2 miscarriages in the last few years, so this baby has been prayed for a long time. Back in January, when I initially went to my primary doctor about the lump, something told me to come home and take a test, which I did, and found out we were pregnant at 3 weeks, 3 days. And then, of course, all this started to unravel. When I started meeting with my oncologist, they suggested to terminate, just because I was so early on, and all the studies and all the patients they had worked with were all second trimester or farther. And that's, your baby just has its organs and been growing big and strong. I think that's been the hardest part of this whole thing, is hearing that and even having to think about that. But this baby is a warrior. He's growing big and strong every day. I see a high-risk doctor on top of the OBGYN very regularly, where we do growth scans at each appointment. And baby looks good and healthy. I'm due in October, but we will induce about 37 weeks. That way we can stop treatment a little before that, get me and baby stronger, and then once baby's here a few weeks and I'm healthy and stronger, we'll start the chemo back up again. But yeah, baby looks good. If you have any other questions about baby and that part of this journey, let me know. Next, I was going to talk about chemo. I've had 2 appointments so far. I have a port right here that they hook the meds to. Sit there for 2 hours. I've had, after the first one, about the second week, my hair started falling out, so just decided to cut it off. And we'll say I was very nervous about the kids' reaction to that, but they could not care less. They literally just don't care, which is a relief. Other than that, the only symptoms really is I just get exhausted after the first 3 days, usually after the treatment. Maybe a little bit of nausea, but they have me on some nausea meds that take it away fairly quickly. Other than that, just taking it day by day. Yeah, just wanted to give a little bit of an update. If you have any other specific questions, let me know. Thank you again for following along and praying for us. Yeah, have a good day.